Well, that was an awkward place to cut things off last time, but it was as good as it was going to get if I wanted to avoid half an hour long. Anyway, there doesn't seem to be anything else we can do in the Dark World right now, so time to go through the portal again. That fish is certainly proven to be a pain in the ass. Maybe I should have just tried to get by it without fighting. It's not really an issue, just something that struck me as we get close to when I stopped fast-forwarding for the moment. What also kind of surprises me is that our scanning visor apparently has longer range than our regular one underwater at this point. I was kind of expecting that to be equally short range until we get the gravity suit. And good God, the sooner we get to that suit, the better, considering we've been dealing with so much damn water here. I know I keep saying it, but I really have the feeling that the item drops in this game are a good deal more rare than they were in the previous Metroid Prime. Really? I just walked right through that. Why couldn't I be patient for just an extra 2 or 3 seconds? And here we are, the last of the things that needs to be scanned in this room to release all the locks. And I nearly jumped off because I'm a punch-drunk idiot who should have saved a good long time ago. That would have been quite the embarrassing reason I have to go all the way back the way we came from. Okay, so we unlocked a lower area. Please tell me that the gravity suit is near and the water can be at least a little less annoying as we keep pushing forwards. The worst part is there's a save room at the top of this chamber, but for some reason I never bothered to use it. At least, not anytime soon. Taking a breather there would certainly have been nice at some point. But I suppose the moving platforms and the exploding enemies up there made it feel just that little bit too intimidating to reach for me for some reason. Bloody hell, hindsight is really making me look like a moron right now. Nowhere to go but down from now. Further and further down we go. As much as I like the missiles, I also would have appreciated some more health there. There we go. You see, it's possible for me to feel content to a degree as we keep pushing forward. It's not like I'm always an especially annoyed bastard. Well, this is certainly a pretty big drop considering we're in the water. Am I supposed to start feeling worried about now? Oh God, don't tell me that the magnetic rail there means we're gonna have to deal with the spider ball boss soon. We're calling it the gravity boost and not the gravity suit? I'm sorry, why aren't we getting the full-on suit upgrade like we normally would in this kind of situation? That has absolutely nothing to do with the gravity suit. It's just a very poorly done underwater jetpack. Just what is going on here? Yeah, it's just a jetpack, not the sort of gravity suit we've gotten in every other Metroid game. Still, at least, like the suit, it somehow gives us a better visibility underwater. And look at that! We have a boss fight to deal with just after reaching the upgrade. At least we didn't have to kill this boss in order to get the upgrade in the first place. I suppose that's something. Right, a supersized version of the ramming fish we've seen a good amount of on the way down here. All of the strengths, plus a slight ranged attack, which is going to make this just a little bit more troublesome. Okay, so only one shot managed to actually bring down its health, and it was the one I fired just as he was going to ram us. At least we're doing more damage to him than he's doing to us so far. I just had to jinx myself, didn't I? That's quite a bit of health for a single hit. Still, we have plenty of energy tanks, no need to worry as this blog thing keeps trying to paste us against the wall. And I get hit again, which is more than a little discouraging considering, how the good string of dodges we started off with went. This thing doesn't even have that many different kinds of attack. This should be pretty damn simplistic to me. So how am I still getting tagged? And great, now all I'm doing is making it flash yellow instead of red. That's certainly not going to help make us any progress here. This is definitely going to be a long dance, isn't it? Should I just fast forward through this boss fight or something? Because as far as I can tell, it feels kind of academic right now. And of course, I say that just as we lose our first energy tank to this supposedly simple boss. Right. He's over half dead, and we've still got more than half our health right now. I'm pretty sure that means we're winning this exchange. Wonder why it took 3 tries for him to actually commit to that charge. Well, he certainly didn't stop himself at all that time. I'm sure there are plenty other Let's Players who managed to take this guy out with little to no trouble. Still, it doesn't really matter how gracefully you get the job done, so long as you get the job done. Technically speaking, we aren't far from killing this bastard, especially since he's done nothing to change things up as we keep dodging his hits. But it's an excruciating amount of work left to be done just to seal the deal here. Mostly because I want to be done already. And that does it. The big fish has been ripped apart. Now to start climbing our way out of here. If it turns out that we've got little to no underwater exploration left to do in the game after this, I'm going to be pissed. Seriously, just how many Metroid games have we gone through where the game kept most of the underwater exploration for after we gained the gravity suit and became more capable of moving around underwater? But then considering the way this game was designed, I shouldn't have been but surprised by this amount of absolute bullshit. Hell, I distinctly recall during my LP of the original Metroid Prime that several times I questioned if we were going to have to fight a boss underwater before we got the gravity suit there. Thankfully it didn't happen in that game, but it says something that my memories of the two games have mixed like that. That's definitely a sign that Metroid Prime 2 didn't leave much of an impact on its own. Well, at least that fish gave us a red Elan item. Did I temporarily forget about the cannon to send us to the top? I suppose I didn't need it, and I finally used the save room in here. I definitely have the feeling it's more my fault than the game's that it took so long for me to save this time. Still, I suppose what's important is that we've saved it all, and now we can keep on exploring without having to worry about going through all of that again. Now to just figure out where to go to next. As always, that's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. Probably didn't need the light gun for that kill. I suppose I was just trying to get some dark energy from it for some reason. Oh, wonderful. Another of these troublesome bastards. In fact, there are two of them in here. Well, at least the water slows them down. That certainly saves some time for us. And good, we've opened the way to the portal there. Hopefully that will lead us somewhere new, or at least relatively new. As a side note, really appreciate that these creatures get killed underwater, and then they flow up. It's a nice bit of attention to detail. Now, if only the level design and boss fights felt like they had that kind of attention to detail thrown in. Maybe that would help make this game feel like it has its own genuine identity, instead of feeling like a more annoying version of the first Metroid Prime. Well, we're about as well supplied as we're gonna get before we cross the portal. Now let's see what's waiting for us over there. We've finally seen one of the possessed versions of that especially annoying beast. It doesn't look like it's gonna be treated as an explicit boss, though, and just because the scanner says we've got 100% of the Darkling ground monster scanned, does not mean we've scanned all of the Ing bosses here. I'm pretty sure we'll have some especially annoying bastard to have to deal with soon enough. Either I'm just getting better at dealing with these things since I'm using charge shots more consistently against them, or the Darkling version is just for some reason just as durable as the non-possessed version. Now why the hell would that be the case? I was under the distinct impression that the Ing make the things they possess more powerful and more durable. But then I suppose I didn't get that sense from the suicidal floating bastards, considering we've killed several of both variants. Maybe it's just a palette swap for the sake of a palette swap. Kinda funny that the body fell into the acid, not that we saw a splash of the poor thing burning up, just, nice place to fall. Right, doesn't seem to be anything else in this room. Time to move on and see what there is to find. Okay, 2 oddly placed healing fields in here. Not that we're desperately in need of healing, I just didn't expect that layout for some reason. Well, this is certainly an interesting looking room. Kind of disappointed we can't scan the things that are glowing though, especially since they seem to be emitting the healing fields we're using in here. And we've been able to scan the other things that have given off healing fields so far in this game. So that's how long it takes when I don't bother spending any light energy on the damn things. I still can't find it in me to be intimidated by that variant of Ing, especially since every time we fought them inside of a healing field. Right, so we've got a bigger version of the 2-legged annoying things that can only be hurt in the tail. And for some reason, we're not able to scan it through the glass. Okay, not really thinking of going in a circle of some kind, but apparently we don't have a lot of options for what path to take right now. It might give me an excuse to start fast-forwarding later on, but, Huh. Don't think I've ever paid enough attention with my ears to notice the little beeping sound as each bit of health is restored in these fields. It vaguely sounds like a heart monitor, which I kind of appreciate. You'd think I'd have noticed something like that earlier in the game, considering how many clips in we are so far. But then maybe I already did and just forgot that I mentioned it before. I don't suppose we're gonna grab a key within this clip, are we? Right, and the pirates have teleported back into play. Okay, that one definitely fell down a lot faster than the other possessed pirates we've taken on so far. And it's not like we didn't use the light beam on the possessed pirates before now. Just because I can tell something is a bit off, though, doesn't mean that I know what the reason is. And I suppose it doesn't matter all that much anyway. Both these guys are gone. Anyway, why did the energy field shut down while we were shooting that thing, but I barely moved and shooting it again lights it back up? Ah well, the end of this cliff isn't far away. I can take a breather and collect what's left of my thoughts in just a bit. Okay, so I know approximately where we need to go, but not how to get there from where we are right now. That's a bit annoying. That felt pretty painfully close to letting us make some more progress. Did I seriously let those easily killed pirates screw me over for a bit? I can't help doubting that, if only because as iffy as the level design is in this game, I don't think they made things quite that strict. There has to be another way up there, outside of just going through the tunnels at that angle again. I refuse to believe that a Metroid game would have us this stuck. Okay, apparently I was just being an idiot again. Why the hell didn't I try jumping next to that door again earlier? And there we are, up to the light door at the top of the room. Doesn't seem to be anything else in here worth trying to grab, so yeah. How long has it been since we've seen those swinging tendrils anyway? And why is it that in both Metroid Primes, I keep expecting to kill whatever those tendrils are attached to? Ah, so we're gonna have to run into a gas chamber later on. Doesn't look like we need to worry about that quite yet, though. Still, not exactly a pleasant thought. Well, for now our only path is down. Again. Well, at least we've got an excuse to stay in the healing light for an extended period of time. Again, it's just downright amazing that an Ing, that's supposed to be as creepy as you can get, is little more than a nuisance considering how the game handles them. I don't care that you're coming at us two at a time. We're going to be in better shape at the end of this fight than we were at the start, and considering how rare healing items are around here, that is just plain embarrassing. Especially since the creepy design and occasional ghostly phasing ability show the game designers were really going for something that would be scary to have to deal with. How many times in this game have I mentioned that I wish the more common but still annoyingly durable enemies had health bars? Hell, it feels like I complain about enemies not having health bars in quite a few of the games I LP. And I have certainly raised that point quite a few times across the Metroid series in particular. Definitely wish that fight was something that could be considered in any way actually difficult instead of just another time waster. Well, at least one of them was kind enough to give us the weakest healing item of the game. Now, let's see if we can get to the red door in this room. I'm pretty willing to bet that it's gonna be our next save room. Probably because I see how much time is left in the raw footage here. And there's our door. Definitely didn't take us nearly as long to save in this bit of raw footage, that's for sure.